Hello everyone and welcome back to my Hearts of Iron 3 Let's Play as Germany. When we last left off I was assigning troops and a bunch of other stuff, so let's get back to it. So I think the last thing I did was I think I completed the assignment of all the level 4 through 6 generals, or actually 3, yeah I completed level 3 as well. Let's see. 4s, 3s, yeah, so it's just the brigades now. Or divisions, rather. I may have even finished the divisions now that I think about it. I can't quite remember exactly where I left off. Let's see, yeah, I got those guys all assigned from him. Got those guys assigned. Those guys can't be assigned. Those guys are assigned. Those guys can't be assigned. Okay, it looks like I did all of the eastern front. What about the western? Let's see about this guy. That one was assigned. It's sure looking like I assigned them all. That can be assigned, that is. Yeah, I think I did. Well, I think now I can just let the time go. Because I've got all my panzer and cavalry and infantry divisions that can be assigned with generals, and I also got that garrison one assigned. Alright, let's get on with it then. Alright, so more efficient laws can be enacted. Alright, yeah. They are not very efficient. Oh, that's not very efficient either. That's not efficient. Alright. That should be good. Looks right. Okay. So, back to business. I'm really amazed that I've been able to get my economy totally up. Like all the resources and everything are completely funded and green, in the green, including money. It's really good that I've been able to get that working. Units in poor supply. Why is that? I don't know how the AI supplies troops, but it seems like it's pretty crazy. Oh, good. So my technologies became better. Small support weapons and small arms. So let's upgrade some other stuff that needs to be upgraded. Like, oh, I don't know, has about, it's about heavy cruiser anti-aircraft armament. Why wouldn't that be higher? Heavy cruisers are actually the best against aircraft for anti-aircraft stuff. Oh well, it's just an odd quirk of the game, I suppose. Oh, and that also reminds me, I think I probably should be researching the computing machines, even though it is out of date. Because the faster I get this up, the faster I'll be able to research, so it's actually more helpful to be researching it early on than not. So let's get on with it. Light artillery, anti-tank, anti-aircraft. No fuel. Do not agree to fuel deals. Don't! It's evil! Don't touch it! Alright. Infantry techs are done. Those were super fast. It was like only 4 months or some damn thing. Okay. Let's see. Let's get the battlecruiser thing. And let's start upgrading the destroyers. I like going for the more practical things first before I go after the theories and the doctrines, because doctrines and theories are, well, theories don't take very much to research, but doctrines do, so it's usually better to get the more physical stuff. Okay. What does Norway want? Oh, they want to trade me fuel. I do not need Norwegian fuel, thank you very much. Uruguay. I do not want Uruguayan fuel either. Oh, what did I build? One of those ships, undoubtedly. Yep, the zero... whatever. I'm gonna go into the Schlachtflotte. I'm gonna rename that to the Kriegsmarine. That's better. It's about, instead of second Untersee Boots flotilla? How's about the first Winter Sea Boots flotilla? That makes more sense. Alright, wasting stuff on production, very well. Put it into supplies, get that up. Alright. Oh wow, that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, the artillery stuff always seems to take a very short time to research. Because as you can see, it has level 1 difficulty. That's basically how hard it is to research something. The two main important parts of are the time that it's supposed to be researched and the difficulty. The difficulty, pretty much 0, it'll take only a couple months, to 10, it'll take maybe a year or more. And also, if you research out of the year date, like if you research like 1938 or something like that, it'll be really slow, and anything above that will be super slow. Like, if it's 2 years above where your current year is, like, as I said, 1938, then it'll follow that rule. And if it's 1937, only a year off, it won't be that bad, and you won't get this, the inefficient research thing. And the 1936 technologies and below are pretty much the best ones to start out with, because everything that's in your year and below, it can be researched really fast. So try to get stuff that's similar to what you want to ultimately research, because when I research stuff like this, it gives me naval theory, so that'll help me to research other naval things, even if it has nothing to do with light cruisers. You know, like, because you can see here, when you research escort carrier technology, which is what I really want, and the battleship stuff, it requires naval theory and a bunch of other practical and theory things. The theories are green and the practical things are blue. You get practical from building stuff, theory from actually researching it. So that's pretty much theory in a nutshell. Looks like I'm starting to get some free spies. I could try to put them into another country. It looks like my spies are actually doing pretty well in catching enemy spies. Because I've got 10 and they haven't managed to kill off my spies. So I could try sending some spies over to the UK or France. France has actually got a lot of spies. Why don't I send some spies over there? Because I've got like 4. I could probably handle it. Yep, I have no more free spies. Let's see where they went. Oh, all to France. That's cool. All 4 of them went to France, so as soon as I get 10 spies, I'll probably get another spy in maybe a month or so, somewhere around there, maybe less, maybe more. And once I get 10 spies, I'll set them on counter-espionage so I can kill off their spies. And then once I've killed all their spies, then I'll start trying to decrease their national unity. So right now we just got to sit and let our country basically build up from World War I. Germany is completely remobilized in of itself, and now all we can really do is basically just build up until we take over other countries. I'm going to get several events here to actually take over countries peacefully, like Germany did historically, like with the Anschluss of Austria and the annexation of the Czech Republic and the vassalization of Slovakia. So there's several things you can do before the war actually starts to increase your power as Germany. It's probably one of the countries that actually, I think it's the only country that actually gets free territories like that before the war actually starts. Other than Italy, because they can take over Albania and Ethiopia without starting the war. And Spain, of course. Oh, and speaking of Spain, I am going to try to give nationalist Spain some expeditionary forces, if they'll accept them. I'm not really sure if you can do that, but I'll try just the same, just to see if I can do it. So it looks like I've got some free technology, so I'll start researching the some of these doctrines that are out of date, like short punct and delay doctrine. Spanish Civil War should start within a few months. believe in order to transport troops over there so they can use them as expeditionary forces, I'm going to need to build some transports. Oh, by the way, don't research the mountain warfare and Arctic warfare until you've got a lot more combat experience, because one of the things that increases the rate of it is actually land combat experience, and that increases whenever you have land fighting, so it'll make these really easy to research. So don't research them until you can, because otherwise they'll just suck up resources. All of these equipment things and you know, different types of infantry, things like that, those are totally based on the land combat experience, and I think some of the naval doctrines, if I'm not mistaken, or theories, I can't quite remember. Oh, yeah, the supply transportation, that has everything to do with the combat experience, so yeah, don't research those until you have a better grasp on them. Let's see, what did get researched? Oh, it must have been the theories. Okay. So all those are pretty much up to date now. Light gun tank advance. That's good, I can put that into something else. Let's research this. Oh, what did I build? Ah, the transports. That's good. I'll put all of them in Emden. I probably should be putting these in, oh, what was the other place? I can't remember what it's called, but it's one of the ports on the eastern side. I think it's Stettin or Kolberg. Yeah, you can actually put them in Kolberg and then transport your troops over to East Prussia if you need to. It's a good thing to be able to do. I think, yeah, one of them's out of production of the others. It's going to be created tomorrow for some reason. Okay, so since I've got some free resources to build stuff, I think I'll build some things that I actually need. So let's see here. So I'm getting 3 good tank divisions up. I'll get 2 aircraft, 3 aircraft up, so I'll build those later on. I think I'll put some. I think I'll build some infantry brigades, or divisions rather. So, the thing I showed last time is how I build an armor brigade. I mean division. I'm going to show you how to build an infantry division. So first you start with infantry, of course. Then you have artillery, anti-tank, and an engineer. And that seems to be work pretty good. So since we've got a lot of infantry brigades by themselves, we'll just build these. Let's build 8 of those, I guess. Okay. Get some more in supplies, that's okay. I built a lot of stuff there, and a lot of people want to trade with me for what? Fuel, 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 and fuel. Okay. Pointless. Put these guys over there. So I'll assign a leader too. Definitely sort by skill. Skill is the most important one to set by. Let's increase his rank slightly, so he has something. Okay. Alright. Fuel, fuel, and fuel. Don't worry about not accepting these deals, by the way. It doesn't anger anger the countries really badly or anything. Usually they'll give you really shitty deals, like for fuel and stuff like that. In fact, I don't even know why I'm using fuel. I shouldn't be using fuel. Oh, I think I know why I'm using fuel, because in order to increase the organization of ships, you actually take up fuel. So, so in essence, you can sort of think of when you look at these transports and you see the organization bars going up, it's almost like a gas tank filling up. It's just a odd little metaphor I came up with at some point, I believe. Yeah, so everyone's gonna give you fuel deals because they think, oh god, this guy's running out of fuel, we gotta give him fuel. Don't accept it. It doesn't matter. I've got 14,000 fuel and 7,000 crude oil. There's no way I'm gonna run out of oil right now. Okay, let's see. What should I do? What should I do? Probably one of these land doctrines. I'll do guerrilla warfare. It's really good to be balanced in your doctrines, because when you've got only offensive, that's all you're good at then, and that's the only kind of that's the only kind of warfare that you can engage in. So like if you're a super aggressive player and you only pick offensive stuff, you'll usually end up only getting those types of events in combat. So like when you get attacked, you won't really get very good events. Like you won't get the delay event or the ambush event and stuff like that. So always be balanced, because when you're balanced, you're able to defend and attack, and that's always the most effective. Because if you get overwhelmed, your attack won't be blunted, and you will be able to actually do more damage to the enemy, because he'll waste men on you when he tries to counterattack you. So always try to go for both. Don't be totally over-involved in making sure that you have all the Panzer doctrines and all the other stuff. Germany starts with very good doctrines to begin with, so just let them go. My fighters are now here, so let's put them in a strategic place. I was about Stuttgart. Oh, and the fighters follow the same rule of the fuel. It basically increases their organization by filling up their using fuel. And also assign your Air Force and naval units to the main theater HQ, because you can only assign them to one, and they don't give bonuses if you assign them to a lower guy. So always try to assign them to the one that has the farthest range. And since I have great commanders in command of the theater HQs, and these guys will get bonuses. I think they get bonuses. I'm not sure if they do or not, but we'll see. Oh, and when I'm finally done with all the 1936 levels of the light tank, I'll be able to get the medium tank, and that's when I'll really start to get better tanks, because the medium tank are actually the best types of tanks. They're referred to as armor. Okay. So since we're building up a lot of those, let's get some more. Actually, yeah, like I said before, I was going to get some Air Force units. Let's do that. Want to get a pretty healthy Air Force before the war starts. Kill off all those goddamn British bombers. Submarine hull. That's helpful. Oh, by the way, don't build ships until you're absolutely ready to build them, because whenever you start building ships, that's the only equipment they're ever going to get. And you can only upgrade ships with like really simple stuff like anti-aircraft. And I don't even think you can upgrade their main guns or anything. Once you've built a ship, it's pretty much the way it's going to be for the rest of its life. So always try to get rid of out-of-date ships if you can. Like I'm thinking about, well, actually, it's probably a better idea to keep those ships, because even though it may be a waste of manpower if they get killed, it'll help if your navy is really weak, because they can act as sort of like screens for better ships. We'll just continue on here. France has decided the Popular Front. That was like the one of the socialist groups in France. Sort of like the Labour Party in Britain. Oh, light tank armor. Now I can finally research medium tanks. See, this got unlocked when I finally got all these to 1938 standards. Well, 1936 actually. Yeah, it's kind of confusing, but when you look at this, this is actually the date that it's supposed to be researched in. So when you research the 1938, you're researching the 1938 standard. So yeah, that's how it works. For some reason they decided to get rid of one of those deals with rare materials. Very well. I guess they just want to let me have even more money. I've got a shitload of money for some reason. Oh, thank you, Turkey. I think I even got more rare materials out of you from that one. There's Australia one. Oh, they want to give me fuel, just like everybody else. Yes, Italy, I will take your rare materials. No fuel. Yes, I will not take that. No. Ah, good. I got the aircraft carrier technology already. Good. Let's get aircraft carrier technology after the escort carrier thing. Yeah, for some reason you need to research escort carriers before you research aircraft carriers. I guess that's because I think aircraft carriers were originally thought of to be as more like support ships. That's why they have the escort carrier thing at first, but I don't know. Of course, aircraft carriers are like the best thing in the universe. They're what won the battles in World War II, and on the seas, that is. Not subs, not battleships. The Bismarck did do a hell of a lot of damage, but it got destroyed by a tiny little World War I torpedo bombers. So I don't think they're aircraft carriers should be underestimated. Let's see when the Spanish Civil War finally happens. I think historically it started on the 18th of July, 36. Battleship techs are done, that's good. I'll increase the speed at which I research the aircraft carrier. Let's see, is there anything else I can research in the ship category? Yeah, I can research this submarine stuff. It's a little out of date, but it's okay. It's better to research it than not. Thinking about using subs. Economic boost. Not a very useful thing, just use it to, it actually increases your descent. So, I think I'll turn down reinforcements to 1. And then make consumer goods a little bit higher. There we go. Look at that, my money's like 900 now. It's almost doubled. Uh-oh, I'm starting to run out of metal. Oh, that's because of the IC thing. Yeah, whenever you get more IC, if you use it for something, then you'll start to actually lose a particular resource, more of a particular resource, that is. Alright. Yeah, it's kind of irritating because the IC thing doesn't... It kind of fucks you up. I mean, it gives you a little bit of efficiency, but it doesn't really do that much for you. It's more of an irritant than anything. Because it only lasts like half a month. Or a month if you're really lucky. I'm really surprised that the Spanish Civil War hasn't happened yet. I've seen it happen as late as 37, I think, but usually it's supposed to trigger around 36. It's already August, so it's a month overdue. I'm curious, did the election happen yet? Oh, by the way, if you want to check who's the ministers in a country, you can go to the intelligence thing, then go to ministers, and you'll see who's ruling the country. So, like if I go to the Soviet Union here, go to ministers, you can see that Kalinin is the head of state, Stalin is the head of government, and a bunch of other guys are the other ministers. And the US, FDR is still the president, Garner is still the vice president, and all the others are in. That's interesting. MacArthur is chief of the army. Wonder why. Wonder who's in the UK. Oh, George VI has already become head of state. Stanley Baldwin is the head of government. He's the prime minister, by the way. Yeah, interesting. I thought Chamberlain was in by now. Oh well. Maybe that was later on. I think Chamberlain resigned. I don't think he served a full 4. I think that's how long the British Prime Minister serves. Am I researching? No, I'm not. Okay. I'm researching all the sub-technologies now. God damn, the Olympic Games have finished. Oh, and Germany gets nothing from that, by the way. It's just an event to increase the depth of the game, I suppose. Well, the historical realism, I suppose. Oh, here we got the destroyer text. That's good. Fuel, 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 and fuel. All right, fine. Bunch of useless things. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, and double-click the technologies to either research them, quickly research them, or you know, deselect them for research. I think I'll keep researching some land techs, or my doctrines. Mass assault, special forces, central planning. That should be good. Now, what did I build? Took 50, I know that. Ah, the Panzer divisions. One shall go here. Another shall go here. And another. I think I'll transport this one over to East Prussia. So put these guys over here and then load them onto the boats by clicking this button. And then I move them over here. And there we go. And I gotta assign these guys some leaders and also assign them to these the closest HQs. Oh, that isn't really a... Oh, okay. That's interesting. I want to just be assigned to that one. Gleiwitz. Alright, fine. There we go. Let's put a good guy in command of this, considering it is an SS division. Oh, von Kleist. Perfect. We'll do nicely for that one. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Hauser. He's a fucking god. He's got Logistics Wizard, Offensive Doctrine, and Battle Master. He's really... He's a close second for Rommel in terms of powerful generals. But Rommel has more skill, and he's got the Trickster thing, which is really helpful. Yeah, just let them go over there. And zoom in, you can see the ship moving over there. Sort of cool. Oh, Italy, you bastards, you decided to break a random trade agreement with me. Yeah, the AI will do that a lot, even your most trusted allies sometimes. AI is just stupid. It thinks things should work better if you're alone, but in reality it never works better when you're alone when you're fighting a massive war. So yeah. And resources max out at 99,999. So try to get the supplies up to that, and then just keep it there by not making it go too low or too high. So once I get supplies, I'm not going to invest anything in that. I'm just going to put it like around 17 or like right at what it wants, and then put everything else into production, and then upgrades and then reinforcements and stuff like that. So let's keep it at like 40 just to make sure it goes up pretty fast. And what did I build? I forgot. Oh, it was the divisions, that's right. Alright, let's get some more of the infantry divisions. 8 more. Okay, very well. I don't know why it's 8 again. And it's already September and the Civil War is still not happened yet. It's like one of the major events before the war World War II actually happens. And pretty much every country in Europe can either support them or not. One of the groups, that is. Either the Republicans or the Nationalists. The Republicans are basically leftists, and the Nationalists are fascists. And oddly enough, the Republicans had like several different groups, but the Fascists had like only one group. Which was pretty much under the lead of Franco. The Republicans had like anarchists, Soviets, leftists, socialists, communists, all kinds of different groups. Orwell actually went to fight in the Spanish Civil War with Spain, Republican Spain. He got wounded like once, and then I think he had to leave at some point. Let's see. Wasn't I researched? Oh yeah, one of the land theories, that's right. Yes, that's a helpful one. It'll decrease the delay that between attacks when you make attacks on other guys. What this basically means is that the delay essentially forces you to engage at a later date once you've already attacked or moved somewhere. So it's really helpful to make this go lower, as low as it possibly can go. I think I'll do assault concentration, and hey, look at that! I've got all the land doctrines being researched. And unfortunately, a new year is coming, so I'll have a lot more stuff to research. That I'll have to research. Oh shit! I'm not researching 3 technologies. Okay, let's get some things in there. Let's get this, and let's get this and this. That should be good. All right. Destroyer armor advance. All right. I don't know why that one took so long. Let's get this one. Get CAG duty efficiency. I think that helps the carrier air groups. Basically, the way carriers work is you have the carriers themselves, and then you have air units that are assigned to them, which are called carrier air groups, or CAGs. And you can upgrade those, but you can't upgrade the carriers themselves. But usually the only reason to upgrade the carriers is just to make them go faster and farther. All the armor and all the other stuff isn't really that useful. The carrier's strength is totally dependent on its ability to project Air Force units. Fuel. Yeah, I'm really surprised. The Spanish Civil War just isn't happening. This is really strange. It's already September and it still hasn't happened. Well, I guess we'll just have to wait. It's too bad, because I was hoping to see some exciting stuff. I was thinking about turning off Fog of War just to look at it. And to actually show you it, too. Because it's more fun to watch as it's actually happening than to see the random territories be taken over by different guys. I guess they decided to postpone the election or some goddamn thing. These are sort of out of date, so let's put this off and then just start researching other stuff like nuclear physics, jet engine, submarine, militia, and this and this. Alright, let's get some more naval. Actually, let's get air doctrines. Port strike isn't that important. Let's do that and that. Come on, happen already. Damn it. It's taken so long for this event to fire. Alright, might as well do all of them. Yeah, sure, Finland. Oh, come on, it's gonna be October and the Civil War still isn't gonna happen? This is ridiculous. This is crazy. I have never seen it last this long. Usually the war just... Sometimes I've even seen the war happen like in January. It's crazy. Seems to be totally random. Maybe they did something that made it so the war never happens or something. Like maybe they didn't vote in really socialist guys or some goddamn thing. That's basically what started the war, is that the election did not go in favor of the fascists, and the leftists that came in were very leftist. I mean, they were literally going around basically destroying churches and a lot of other weird stuff too. They were trying to like completely destroy the nobility and everything, and it was interesting. It didn't go very well though, because you know the fascists and other right-wingers in the country decided, oh, enough's enough. We're gonna pretty much just take over the country now. And that's what the Civil War essentially was. Okay. I'm getting pretty close to the max supplies, so that's pretty good. Be good when I finally got all those stashed away. Supplies don't go away, by the way. They stay in service forever. It's not like food or anything like that. I think it's mostly ammunition and clothes, and those don't go bad. Well, actually they do, but it's just a term, you know. It's not supposed to be perfectly realistic. This is crazy. What the hell is going on here? It's like everything is firing except for the except for the Civil War. This is nuts. I have never seen it last this... I have never seen the peace last so long. I sure hope this isn't a bad omen for this Let's Play. But at this point, it certainly is looking like a pretty bad omen, considering that so many weird things are happening. We're gonna put one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there, one right there. One right there, one right there, and one right there. Alright, so now I'm basically going to combine these forces, and I actually have to reassign them to the HQs, because for some reason they turn into a different unit. So, let me see, that's the 8th Army Corps, alright. Let's put a pretty good guy in there. Nothing too special, but, you know, pretty good guy. I usually like to go for level 3 guys on the Eastern Front, level 2 guys on the Western. For the infantry commanders, that is. I'll put Obstfelder in there. Okay. Probably should be using these guys, more likely to, yeah, I think I'll assign some level 2s over here. I think I'll space them out, like one level 3 here, one level 2 here, one level 3 here, just sort of go down the line, so that not all of them suck, but, you know, some of them are better than others, I suppose. That's a little strange. Are these guys supposed to be... I don't get it. What's going on here? Huh. Are these guys, like, not assigned, but are... Wait, what? I don't get it. 3, 4... Oh, I see. These guys aren't assigned to that one. It's the other one they're assigned to in Zulikau. Alright. Alright, I should do that. Let's get the leaders for these infantry divisions. I like giving the offensive guys over to the Eastern Front. Because offensive is more important on that side than the Western, because in the Western Front you're mostly defending across the Maginot Line, and then, you know, pushing through with a couple of divisions or so on the Ardennes or so, something like that. Try to get the Fortress Buster generals on the Maginot Line, because that can really help with, like, you know, getting through the Maginot Line if you so choose to. It really does improve the speed of the attack. Because if you get through the Maginot Line, then you'll have a perfect opportunity to pretty much blitzkrieg all of eastern and southern France, and that'll really make it go faster. The Fall of France actually takes a long time in this game, I think. Even when you have all your troops, like, you know, massed on the border and everything, it still takes a pretty long time. Alright, let's put these guys over here. I guess we can attach them to the cavalry division HQ. Before I fuck over my economy anymore, I should probably actually build some more stuff. Let's get some more artillery divisions. 8 more, to be exact. Once I get all these infantry divisions out of the way, then I can start building ships and more planes. Like, I could get some Stukas and tactical bombers. More tactical bombers, that is. Alright. Attach this to guys in lots. Wait, where is the? Oh, never mind. Gumbinen. Yeah, that's okay. I'll just attach this tank division to that one. Let's put a reasonably good guy in. Hoth. Actually, this is an SS one, so it should be really good. I don't know. I think I'll put Bush in. He's actually pretty damn good. Alright. Well, this is looking great. Republicans want to trade for fuel. No thanks. I want you to get attacked by the nationalists. Oh, that's right. I was going to check to see who actually is in control of Republican Spain. Because if the guys that started the war are in... Oh, I see. They took the easy way out. They do not have... So apparently, the Socialist Party did not win the election. One of the more conservative and more social democratic parties won the election. Interesting. Oh, they must have split the election. It looks like the Social Conservatives won, and the Social Democrats, they basically won the other side of the vote. So the fascists didn't get in control. That's good. Well, that's actually bad. But and the communists didn't get in control. So neither one actually got in control. It just stayed basically Republican Spain. Very well. So that basically means the Spanish Civil War isn't going to happen. I think. I don't know though. It may be that those are the same guys that were in to begin with, but I didn't check. So who knows? We might get the event pretty soon anyway. The Soviet Union canceled that deal. Very well. We'll take this one from Haiti. No. I gotta check to see if I'm even giving up any fuel or importing fuel. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, good. Okay, why am I losing so much? Oh, that's right. It's because the stupid Soviets decide to fuck me over and end our massive trade deal with supplies. Let's cancel some of these doctrines. A little less useful. So that I can research all the medium tank technologies, that is. Oh, everyone wants to trade with me now. They'll ask for supplies. They want supplies, they want supplies, they want supplies, they want supplies. Okay, sure. I'm still not making money. I'm making less money now, actually. Thank you, Mexico. Screw you, Britain. Why is everyone giving me trade deals? This is irritating. Damn it, Mexico! Why the fuck did you have to cancel it all of a sudden? Thank you, Romania. Fuck you, Romania. They just decided to randomly cancel it, like one day after I accepted. That should be it, isn't it? I got like 1.3. Yeah, there we go. Now I'm starting to make money. Excellent. Yeah, it sure looks like, at this rate, the Spanish Civil War just isn't going to happen. Unless some random event fires that, you know, basically kicks up a shitstorm anyway. But usually the leader of Republican Spain is supposed to be Azania, and he was like the leader of the socialist group that came into control of the country, and he's not even here, so... Yep, it looks like they basically compromised. Oh, that reminds me, I should look at France, because I've got 14 free spies, so undoubtedly I have a lot of spies that are left. Ah, yes, I've got 10 spies in France, and they've got counter-espionage of 5, so let's see how well they do. I'm gonna try to kill off their spies, so I can do shit in their country. They're gonna fight me for it, so this is the first battle of the war, basically. And it's more like a Cold War battle with spies fighting each other. So I guess we can watch those numbers go by as a surrogate Spanish Civil War. For some initial fighting. Alright, let's watch the spy fight. Oh. Aircraft carrier technology. Definitely want to research this. Especially over that. And that. And that. And that. It's always more important to get the physical stuff done first before the doctrine. Because if you don't have the physical stuff, then you might as well be fighting with rocks. You may know how to use those rocks really effectively, but rocks against machine guns are not exactly the best idea. Oh, right, I was going to look at the spy fight. Oh, their counter-espionage has gone down, and my spies have not gone down either, so I must be winning the fight against the French. Excellent. I haven't lost any spies so far, it looks like. So I must be beating the shit out of their spies or something. Let's stop funding that. Let's do this. Yeah. Yes, the fascist party is very strong. 44% popularity and about 40 organization. That's pretty damn good, especially since everyone else is pretty weak. Only the KPD is really that much of a threat. They're the left-wing radicals. Counter-espionage is 4 in France. I think that means they have 4 spies that are doing counter-espionage. The others are like doing random special missions. Another annoying IC event. Let's see, is there anything 37-esque that I can research other than the subs? Nope, doesn't really look like it. Alright, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, I guess. And fix the production. Gotta make sure everything's super efficient. Oh, it looks like I'm almost done making supplies. Thank God. I'm almost at 99,999. Alright, there I am. Alright. Finally got to it. Now let's move supplies way the fuck down, like to 20. So now we've got like a massive amount of production. So let's just build as many infantry divisions as we can. We'll put the rest into supplies. And then just leave it like that. Alright. So now we're not having to waste so goddamn much just making random supplies. Alright. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot about that event. So supplies are going to be kind of fucked up for a while. Until I can fund them just a tiny bit. So this number is probably going to start to go down. Yeah, it's going down. Let's see if it goes down anymore. Yep, it's going down. Too much emphasis on production. What would be nice is if I could get the perfect balance, but I'll fix it on February the 7th. give me rare materials? I don't even need anything. Fuck you, I don't need that. Ah, delay doctrine. Excellent. It's helpful. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing. Alright. Okay, for some reason my country became super inefficient or something. Makes no sense. Oh well. Same date, February 7th. That'll be when I get my supplies back up to their normal levels. Yeah, let this finish out. Okay. I've got plenty of IC to work with. That there. That there. That there. That there. That there. There and there. Don't want to put too good of guys here in Denmark. They're not very important. I'll just put level 1 guys, actually. Yeah, the level 1s are almost all old guard. They'll be really sucky to have fighting. I'll just put nothings. No trade guys. No trade level 2s. That'll work. Kaited. He does not deserve to be the head of staff. Okay, 6th Army, 2nd Army Corps, alright. Since I fixed the way that the HQs work and everything, all the assignment for new troops is really efficient now. That is very good. Alright. Those guys are assigned. Excellent. Let's make sure I've got everyone. So clean, I love it. It's very efficient, very orderly, very organized. Excellent. It's easy to see, and it's also very excellent. Oh, right. Gotta do that. Let's get supplies up to like 20. Let's make it 25, what the hell. Within about 10 to 8 or so. That's a really good number to have. So how many infantry divisions do I even have? I'm probably not going to need that many. I've got to have like, so one for this one. How many for this? Looks like about, let's see, 7 over here. And then how many regular infantry are there over here? Quite a few. So it looks like I'm going to have to build 27, so I should just keep going at it until I have all these guys completely built up with extra divisions and so forth. Meanwhile, let's watch the spies fight. Wow, I've completely annihilated their counter-espionage. Either they've stopped funding the counter-espionage trait, or they've just totally been screwed because I've just totally annihilated their forces. Yeah. Oh my God, counter-espionage is 0. All right, let's lower their national unity. Let's just put everything into that. Let's see how low it's gonna get. So it's 50.2 right now. An estimate, so I don't know if it really is that. What if I can look at the diplomacy for them? Let's see. That might actually be the way to do it, realistically. They have a national unity of 45%? What? That's even lower than the intelligence says. Interesting. Well, I think I'll look at the diplomacy thing to, see. I'll look at the intelligence to see if they're trying to attack my spies, and I'll look at the diplomacy screen to see how low their national unity is. Yeah, it's at 45.1, so I'm literally decreasing it like a couple of points every single, well, a couple of 0.1 points every couple of days. That's really good. By the time the war breaks out, France is going to have a super low national unity, and they'll be like really easy to take over. Poland is so ridiculously weak, I don't even have to bother with them, and really only France, the UK, and the USSR are really the only ones I probably have a reason to lower the national unity for. And the US, of course. I think if I look at the national unity for these countries, they're actually pretty high. I think the UK is like about 99 or something. It's just ridiculous. Oh, it's 78. It's the US. 80. That's pretty good. What about the USSR? Only 80. I would have thought it'd be higher. It's Poland's 70. Makes sense. About Japan? 70. Italy? 80. I would have thought Italy would be higher. But that's really good that France is like only 45%. If I keep reducing their national unity, they're going to be ridiculously easy to take over at the beginning of the war. I mean, like, the national unity directly affects how long a country will keep fighting, depending on how many victory provinces that have been taken from it. So if you go into victory map mode here, VP map mode, so all the yellows are other countries' VPs, and all the greens are mine. So if I take over the whole Alsace-Lorraine and pretty much all of northern France, that'll be the end of them because their national unity is so low. So I only need to like take 45% of their victory points in order to defeat them. And that's not the number of victory points. That's the amount in victory points. So certain places have more victory points than others. Like I believe, you go into VP, it'll list like which ones have which. So like Paris has 30. Pretty much all the ones on the eastern part of Paris have like 2 to 3. I think Berlin has like 30 too. Yeah. All the major cities in Europe have about 30. So like Moskva, which is Moscow, that's got 30 definitely. Because they were major contested places. And London's got 30, of course. Rome's got 15. Kind of makes sense considering, you know, northern Italy still was independent at the end of the war. Japan, yeah, Tokyo's only 10, not surprising. It's probably because the majority of their forces are concentrated in China and in the Eastern Pacific, and the Western Pacific, rather. That's interesting. Delhi has like 5, Bombay and Calcutta have 5. So yeah, if I take over Britain, and then take over maybe some of their territories in, I don't know, probably Egypt. If I took over Britain and Egypt, that would probably make them break, because that would probably be enough to make their victory points low enough. Yeah, so if I take over Britain and Egypt, and then maybe India, that'll finish them, because they don't really have much of anything else, and all these pretty much don't have any victory points in their African territories. Yeah. So if I can knock out Britain and France at the beginning of the war, that would really help. Then I can focus all of my efforts on the Soviet Union, take over all these random territories in Europe, and then invade the US and win the war. So that's pretty much my plan. Take out Poland, take out France and the Low Countries, take out the UK, take out Hungary, Yugoslavia, Romania, and Bulgaria, and Greece, and maybe even Turkey, and then the Soviet Union. Oh, and before that, of course, Denmark, Norway, and Finland, and Sweden, probably. And then maybe Republican Spain, too. But, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me, check if I'm still... Yeah, I'm still recording. Okay, good. Just to make sure. Just in case I press the wrong button or something. Not good, my supplies are coming back up. Submarine advancements. Always helpful. Yeah, let's get these. A particular reason why we still can research some... Oh yeah, it's because of that stupid thing where it goes from 30.01 to 30.02 at random points in time. It's really stupid. Damn, I've still got 17 free spies. I must just be hammering the shit out of the French. They're like putting up hardly any of a fight in their intelligence front. I have never seen them fight this weakly before in my life. I mean, usually they keep a very tough spy defense so that you can't do the national unity thing decrease, which is the worst thing you can do to a country, really, if you're going to fight them in a war, because it'll make them easier to beat earlier on. So the faster you can beat them, the faster you can go on to other countries and ultimately win the war in the end. So, yeah. I'm going to look at their national unity. Oh, counter-espionage is still 0, even though I'm not doing any counter-espionage of my own in their country. And, let's see. So what's their national unity? Let me look at France. It's only 45. So it's not going down as fast as I thought it was, but, you know, it's better than nothing. They're probably doing... They might even be trying to fight me by raising their national unity. So maybe what I could do is I could actually do counter-espionage while I'm doing this, because they might actually be doing that. I'm going to do that, just do counter-espionage and the other thing. That will probably scare them enough that they'll try to send out their spies so I can kill all of them. And ultimately win the espionage war. Alright. Let's see what happens. So the counter-espionage has gone down to the same level that it's already at. Okay. That's where my descent is going up. Oh, let's see. Yeah, sometimes the game just throws a curveball at you, and you just gotta counter it. For some reason, the IC may go down at some point in a random time. And technology goes up. It's really irritating having those things constantly go up and down. So my Air Force is doing pretty good. I've got like a bunch of different groups of fighters here. They're all in different spots. So I've got 12 interceptors now, and if I put 3 in Colne, I should have a pretty solid defense. And if I put more behind the lines, then I'll have an even bigger defense against enemy bombers. Usually you want to have a layered defense when you have interceptors, because if you don't have enough of them, usually the enemy bombers will just fly past their bases and start bombing in random places, and your interceptors will try to reach them, but then they'll be too slow and they won't be able to get there in time. So it's always good to have guys that are, you know, fighters that are all over the goddamn place, no matter how fast your fighters may be, or how long range they may be. I'm done with the torpedoes too, alright. Okay. Yeah, the Spanish Civil War just did not happen. It's really weird. Let's see. Where's their national unity now? Oh, it's only 44.7 now. Good. It'll probably be like around 35 by the... Well, I don't know, actually. If it's already gone to 44, then it may be even lower by then. It may be like around 25. That would be horrendous for France. If I just take Paris, I practically win the war against them. Which is ultimately what happened in the war. Let's see. Yeah, just do those. Ugh, why do you keep going up and down? I hate that. It's so stupid. Just stay where you are. Ugh. More infantry divisions, that's good. Okay, so I've got all these built up, except for these over here on the west. So I've got 4 there, so I can put 4 there. It'll help to have those various infantry brigades just sort of sitting there. I just thought of something that is actually kind of nice how I'm doing it this way, because basically I've got 3 support brigades for every main battle brigade. And since it's, you know, supposed to be an infantry division, then, you know, focusing on supporting the infantry division as being the main fighting force isn't such a bad idea. And the combined arms bonus thing is really helpful too, so... Attach these guys to nice. Because it's nice. It's nice to have guys on nice. Von Both. Hello, I am Von Both. Alright. Guess I'll put these guys in Kolberg, so they can go over and be built up with these guys. Let's get some more infantry divisions. Yeah. Let's go rebase these guys in Coburg, especially since I'm not really going to be using them for the Spanish Civil War, so let's put them in Barbarossa HQ. Ah yes, another infantry division. That one will go there too. Load them all onto the ship. Move them over to Königsberg. Transport. Alright. Medium tank armor and reliability. Good. Oh, and engine apparently. Yeah, I gotta research these twice, because this has already been researched twice in order to get heavy tanks, but heavy tanks aren't really that useful, so I'm just gonna go with medium tanks. My experience with heavy tanks is that they aren't that useful against pretty much everything, except other tanks, but not very much. And they cost way more IC to build than regular tanks, so it's often better to just build medium tanks and rush. And I think that's what the Soviets and the U.S. ended up doing, is they just basically focused on medium tanks. They were shitty, well, not the T-34, but the Sherman was terrible, and the Lee, both of them sucked, just ungodly. They were horrendous designs. The T-34, the Russians kept improving throughout the war, and it ended up pretty much being the best tank of the war. And the Germans basically tried to do the same thing. Once they started fighting the T-34 in the Eastern Front, they tried to copy their own Panzer IVs off of the T-34, and eventually they came up with the Panther, which was sort of like the counter to the T-34, because it had sloped armor and a heavier gun and better frontal armor, all different kinds of stuff. And it was a damn good tank, but the problem was it just came way too late into the war, and it had some severe problems with its engine, just like the Tiger 1 and the Tiger 2, and the side and rear armor of the Panther were underwhelming, frankly, compared to the frontal armor. So it was no near of a match for the mass-produced T-34 or anything like that. And the Sherman, besides having multiple other flaws, the Sherman, besides having a really weak gun, for example, and weak armor, the Sherman used gas instead of diesel fuel, so whenever the engine got hit by anything, pretty much, even a pencil, it would explode. So the tank was completely... it was a death trap, essentially. And the Lee was even worse, because it's like... I think it used gas as well, but the gigantic problem with it is that its main gun was frozen like a tank destroyer, and also, the son of a bitch was about as high as it could possibly be for a regular tank, so it was an incredibly easy target to hit. And it didn't have that much in terms of actual defense, because its main gun was mounted on the front permanently, and it wasn't on a turret, just like every other normal tank. It was probably the strangest tank in the universe. I think, yeah, this is the exact date I paused last time in the Let's Play. Funny. April 9th, 1936. That's April 9th, 1937. Alright. Ah yes, they returned from Kolberg. Now let's get these guys over there and upgrade my infantry division, brigades to divisions. Gotta wait until they finish attacking. Yes, apparently the delay affects how long you have to wait until actually merging troops. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me. mean, they're in the same spot. Surely they should be able to merge right there and then, but whatever. Oh, and by the way, throughout the war you'll actually get better commanders after a while, so don't be worried if you have really shitty generals at first. You'll get better ones throughout the war. Like, Rommel doesn't appear until like 1938. Late 1938, I believe, like around the time that you annexed Slovakia. Or the Czechs, actually. Yeah, that probably is enough. Oh, let's check on the French. Let's see how they're doing. Ooh, man. Surrender... national unity is 44.3% now. It's going down, slowly but surely. Counter-espionage is also going down. Well, it's actually as low as it can possibly be. Why is my descent frozen? Let's do that. These fucking random numbers that just go up and down for no rhyme or reason. It's so stupid. Oh, the humanity. The Hindenburg. Yeah. Basically, the Hindenburg was one of the Zeppelins that it was actually a commercial Zeppelin that the Germans used, and it exploded over New Jersey when it was going to land there. There's been several theories for why it exploded, but one of the popular ones was that I believe, like, well, actually the most popular one is that the reason that it exploded is because they used hydrogen fuel instead of helium fuel, because helium was very rare at that point in time, and it was also only used for certain things, and Germany didn't have very much of it, so they just went with hydrogen, which was extremely cheap, and it actually gave the Zeppelins more lift, so it was even less expensive than helium. But that was the problem. Hydrogen is extremely explosive. That's the problem. Did I research? I just sort of blipped off of it, but I didn't really see it. Oh, must have been this. And, what else? Oh, nothing. It doesn't matter. I'll just, invest this in something else. Let's do that, since I am going to be using radar later on. Salt concentration. That was the big one. The carrier doctrine, so now I finally unlock that, so now CAGs have better organization. Now I can start researching the carrier groups doctrines. That will be helpful. Let's check on the French. Ah, their national unity is only 42.5% now. They are really feeling the heat. They're going to have a very low national unity by 1934. I mean 1940. I tried to say 1939, then I ended up saying 1934 because I was trying to say 1940 in the middle of saying 1939. That was really weird. Stop that. I guess we'll get the transport things. It is kind of nice to have paratroopers because they can be kind of helpful. It's good to have a balanced force, you know, not too much brute force. Sometimes just building more of the same thing that works is sometimes the best way to do it. Just like with the T-34, you know. Let's get pretty good guys in command of the infantry divisions around the Netherlands and Belgium. They'll need to be pretty effective. I believe I finished all the infantry stuff over here, other than transporting the guys over there. So yeah, only this. Big chunk's been finished. That's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Yeah, and then the Western Front. So let's see, how many infantry divisions do I have right now? So I've got one right there. So all this is done. So how many do I need for this part? I think I counted it was like 20 that are on the Western Front. Let's count the ones that have been, that don't have anything supporting them yet. This is just regular infantry divisions, by the way. Not all the garrisons and mountaineers and stuff like that. Okay, so only 19. So how many are coming in? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so just 4 more. Then we'll have enough. And now, let's focus on improving this Mountaineer thing. Yeah, so I can't create a new unit, but I want to have 2 units of this. So let's build 2 more things of that, for those units. So I guess we can scrape by a couple. Yeah, this should be good. Put this a little bit higher. A little bit higher. There we go. Alright. Oh yeah, that's right, I was building this one. And then I was building the second one, right? How many am I building? Can't quite remember. Whatever. Oh, I don't think I have enough, actually, because I'm... Oh wait, no I do. Never mind. Forgot what I was trying to say. Okay. I'll just build one here. Oh wait, I don't need another one, that's right. Now I remember what I did, okay. Let's just put it into supplies, what the hell. For those cavalry divisions, I'll split this cavalry division into 2 different divisions and have them be supported by a tank destroyer, engineer, and tank. In fact, let's do it right now. Let's build one of them. I think I've got enough. Let's see. So if I want to build a armored division, tank destroyer, and yeah, probably won't be enough. All right, I'll just leave it then. Just wait until I got more IC available. All those physics and theories. All right. Let's do the doctrines now. They're out of date. All the 37s. These. And these. So when will the mechanical computing machine be done? 38, February 1938. That'll help. That'll make my efficient research that much more efficient. How many men do I even have in both these groups? Only like 100,000 on the western front, and only like about 200,000 on the eastern. So in total, the Wehrmacht is only like 300,000 men. That's good. Oh, the officer ratio is really low. Damn, it's only 111%. I need to get that going. Well, I think these aren't really that useful, so let's just get rid of all these random techs I decided to research. Let's do the heavy bomber thing later on too. So let's put all this into officers. Let's put that to needs and that just there. Alright, that's good. Yeah, that'll make my officers go way faster, so I'll get like 36 each day. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. It's already at 112. Excellent. Once that goes to 140, I'll stop and go back and start researching stuff. You can't run out of officers, so just keep building off, creating officers as long as you possibly can. Yeah, make that go lower. Amelia Earhart disappears. Yep. Officer ratio is only already 113%. That's good. think the support divisions require more officers, and the more HQs you have, the more officers you need. Because those are like just gigantic chiefs of staffs, basically. These 1,000 guys are almost all officers, I believe. And they're aide-de-camps. All the aircraft carrier things got finished, that's good. I think I'll build these probably around 1938, somewhere around that time, so I can have them in like 1940. What would be nice is if I could have them really soon, though, actually. The faster I get on building them, though, the faster I'm going to have aircraft carriers. Yeah, so 38, I think having 1934 styled carriers will be pretty good. So in 38, I'll build 5 maybe either 5 or 10 aircraft carriers. Those will be like my first aircraft carriers in the war, and also build like maybe 2 to 5 battleships. So either the Bismarck and the Tirpitz, or the Bismarck and the Tirpitz and the 3 others that the Germans didn't get to build. But I did, because I'm more efficient. And this is also a computer game. And it's merely a simulation. Blomberg, you do not deserve that high of a fucking... command. Kressenstein. Yeah, every time that I have more divisions coming in, that officer ratio goes down, like, just completely down. Alright, let's build one of those cavalry brigades now. Okay, let's build both. Yeah, I probably can't build both of them. So I'll build armor, tank destroyer, and engineer. Or should I give them artillery? No, artillery isn't good to have because they're too slow to go with cavalry. So let's just build one of those. Or could build 2. I think I can build 2. Yeah, let's do that. Let's build 2. Good, that way I'll have both my cavalry divisions up and running. Oh, and speaking of which, I should probably form up these guys. Alright. Now it's finally complete. All those black and white photos. This is definitely before color. And before affordable color too. I mean, they had color back even in like early 1930s. Robin Hood was in color. The Adventures of Robin Hood with Errol Flynn, that was in color. That was like 1939, I believe, maybe around 1938. Of course, Wizard of Oz was in color. Yeah, it was a lot more expensive than black and white, though. That was the main reason I think they didn't use it. But of course, MGM could afford it, and that's why they used it in so many of their films. Kind of odd playing as Germany, yet I'm an American. And giving you all this American 1930s and 40s trivia. Oh, and here's some German movie trivia for World War II. Apparently there was a German Titanic movie made that never was completely finished. Well, it wasn't finished with the first director, at least. He was actually killed. Because he was apparently making comments about the Third Reich that that Himmler didn't take, that Himmler took offense to, or something like that. And anyway, he was disappeared. And the second director finished the film, and basically it was just a propaganda thing against the British. It was finally made like around 1943, and oddly enough, it was never shown in Germany. And they even used like an ocean liner for the Titanic, and filmed it like in the North Sea, I believe, and one of the lake. Well, actually, at first they were going to film like a miniature, like a model, which is pretty big, but not that big, in one of the lakes in southern Bavaria, but then they decided to move it up north and use an actual liner. And oddly enough, the British version of the Titanic movie, they actually stole scenes from the German version of the Titanic. Yep. And, yeah, it's very interesting. It's an interesting bit of war history, you know, that I had never heard about before I watched that one documentary about it. It's kind of cool. Can't remember what it was called. Oh, of course, the Saudi Arabians want to give me fuel. No thanks. What else do they have? They probably have a lot of stuff. Probably got everything. Yeah, they got everything. They got a surplus of everything. Isn't Japan supposed to be invading China pretty soon? 1937 is when they invaded. Is this like a pacifist version of the game or some goddamn thing? Seriously, not a single war has happened other than Ethiopia. And that automatically starts at the beginning of the game, so... Oh, whatever. If it happens, I guess. If it doesn't happen, though, the Japanese are going to be ridiculously weak. But maybe they won't. Because if they don't invade China, then they'll be able to focus on the US and the rest of them. Maybe China will just be sitting there doing nothing except twiddling its thumbs. Just Chiang Kai-shek fighting against the Guangxi clique or some goddamn thing. Yeah, let's just put that into research. Officers. Man, I'm gonna need a lot of officers to get all the way to 140%. Oh, that's good. Yeah, stop funding that, start funding officers. Excellent. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? Japan is not going to invade China. What is this? Alright, let's see who's leading Japan. What if Hirohito was thrown out of power? No, he's not. Okay, good. If he was, then that would be totally insane. Oh! The French actually have espionage in their country now. Counter-espionage, that is. And the French have a national unity of 41%. Okay! Let's see how the counter-espionage is doing. I haven't even looked at my free spies ever since I originally looked at them, so they may have actually been killing off some of my spies with their counter-espionage. Let's see if I can kill their spies off. Just focus completely on counter-espionage and see if that does it. Yeah, I probably want to do the disrupt national unity thing still. God, they only have like 100 IC. Jesus Christ. Got like almost nothing. I've got like twice that amount. Oh my god, oh my god, the base IC is 144 in my country and the available is 200. Their base is 98, and their available is 58. Oh my god. That's what you get for not being a fascist country. Or Soviet. God damn, is the fucking Japanese just not going to invade China? When do they invade China? Isn't it like in July? I thought it was like around the same time of year as the Spanish Civil War starts. Yeah, they're still not at war with the goddamn Chinese. This is crazy. What the hell is going on in this world? It's like everyone just wants peace or some fucking thing. What is this you call peace? How dare you? How dare you want peace? They're so pacifist, even the fucking fascists are pacifists. This is crazy. Maybe in order for the Japanese to attack China, the Spanish Civil War has to happen. I don't know how that makes any sense, but it's the best idea I can come up with right now for why they might be just fucking around like they are. So many old guards. Ugh. There's have to be so many of them. Okay, I think that's just about it. Just got these guys to build, and that's it. Alright.
think I'll build another fighter brigade. I don't know why I'm not. Whatever. I got way too much in supplies. Let's build and get it up to like 30, but that's enough. Now I gotta upgrade all these tank divisions that I forgot about. That I so wisely chose to ignore. Okay, so these guys need a tank destroyer and an engineer. These guys don't need anything. Tank destroyer and engineer. So 2 tank destroyers and engineers. 1 tank destroyer. 2 tank destroyers. 3 tank destroyers. So 3 tank destroyers and 3 tank destroyers and engineers. Brigades, that is. Alright, let's do that. Tank destroyer and engineer. Tank destroyer. Now let's upgrade some of these light armored divisions. This one. So it takes about 10. Alright. Yeah, I can hack it. Let's upgrade this one too. Von Kleist. Von Kleist will have a new Von Panzer to play with. It actually does take IC to upgrade troops from one type of unit to another. Oh. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It finally happened? Like 1 year after it was supposed to? This is crazy. No wonder that national decision thing came up. I was like, wait, what? Wait, I can actually support the Japanese war? Never mind. It's the Republican... It's the Republicans. They started the Spanish Civil War. This is insane. I don't like the look of this. This does not look good for the fascists. Okay. I guess I'll toggle F Fog of War. Oh. Oh, how the hell do you do it? Is it this? Ah, I can't remember the damn command. How the hell do you do it? Fuck. Fog of War. Or is it no fog? Damn it. I can't remember it. Let me look it up.